Hare Krišna. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavalabha Jaya Giri Varadari Jaya Giri Varadari Gopi Janavalabha Jaya Giri Varadari Jaya Giri Varadari Gopi Janavalabha Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Vanachari Jaya Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva. Jaya Goranitai, Jaya Goranitai, Jaya Goranitai, Jaya Goranitai, Jaya Goranitai, Goranitai, Jaya Goranitai. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Shila Prabhupada. Panchatattva ki jai, Gornitai ki jai, Shila Prabhupada ki jai. It's a bit of a storm here, so air conditioning is already conditioned enough. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 10, Text 15. So read the Sanskrit. I don't know what the meter is for this. So we need a Sanskrit expert. Kamam prayahi jahi vishravasovameham. Trailokya ravanam avapnuhi virapadnim. Badnihi setum ihate yashasovitatyai. Gayanti digvijaino yam upetya bhupa. Kamam prayahi jahi vishravasovameham. Trailokya ravanam avapnuhi virapadnim. Badnihi setum ihate yashasovitatyai. Gayanti digvijaino yam upetya bhupa. Kamam prayahi jahi vishravasayameham. Trailokya ravanam avapnuhi virapadnim. Valnihi setum ihate yashasovitatyai. No yamupetya buha. Okay, some Mataji's. Kamam prayahi yahi vishravasuvameham. Trailokya ravanam avapnuhi virapatim. Vadnihi setum ihate yashasovitatyai. Vadyanti digvijaino yamupetya buha. Okay. Kamam, as you like. Prayahi, you may go over my water. Jahi, just conquer. Okay. Vishravasa, of Vishrava Muni. Avameham, pollution like urine. Trailokya, for the three worlds. Ravanam, the person known as Ravana, the cause of weeping. Avapnuhi, regain. Vira, O great hero. Patnim, your wife. Badnihi, just construct. Setum, a bridge. Iha, here, on this water. Te, of your good self. Yashasa, fame. Vitatyai, to expand. Gayanti, will glorify. Dikvijainaha, great heroes who have conquered all directions. Yam, which, bridge. Opetya, coming near. Bhupa, great kings. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. My Lord, you may use my water as you like. Indeed, you may cross it and go to the abode of Ravana, who is the great source of disturbance and crying for the three worlds. He is the son of Vishrava, but is condemned like urine. Please go kill him, and thus regain your wife Sita Devi. O great hero, although my water presents no impediment to your going to Lanka, please construct a bridge over it to spread your transcendental fame. Upon seeing this wonderfully uncommon deed of your lordship, all the great heroes and kings in the future will glorify you. Purport. It is said that a sun and urine emanate from the same source, the genitals. When a son is a devotee or a great learned person, the seminal discharge for begetting a son is successful. But if the son is unqualified and brings no glory to his family, he is no better than urine. Here Ravana is compared to urine because he was a cause of disturbances to the three worlds. Thus the ocean personified wanted him killed by Lord Ramachandra. One feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Ramachandra, is omnipotence. The Lord can act without regard to material impediments or inconvenience, but to prove that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and was not merely advertised as Godhead or elected by popular vote, he constructed a wonderful bridge over the ocean. Nowadays, it has become fashionable to create some artificial god who performs no uncommon activities. A little magic will bewilder a foolish person into selecting an artificial god because he does not understand how powerful God is. Lord Ramachandra, however, constructed a bridge over the water with stone by making the stone float. This is proof of God's uncommonly wonderful power. Why should someone be accepted as God without displaying extraordinary potency? By doing something never to be done by any common man. We accept Lord Ramachandra as the Supreme Personality of Godhead because he constructed this bridge, and we accept Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead because he lifted Govardhan Hill when he was only 7 years old. We should not accept any rascal or as God or an incarnation of God, for God displays special features in his various activities. Therefore, the Lord himself says in Bhagavad Gita, "For 9 janma karma cham edivyam evamyo veti tatvataha tyaktvadeham punarjanma naitimam eti swarjuna." One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. The activities of the Lord are not common. They are all transcendentally wonderful and not able to be performed by any other living being. The symptoms of the Lord's activities are all mentioned in the Shastras, and after one understands them, one can accept the Lord as he is. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Shimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nvisha Shashunyavadi Pashyate Adeshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shadvaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare-rama Rama Rama Hare Hare. I'll just pick some parts of this purport. Main idea is that people accept, Srila Prabhupada says in this purport that people accept any common man as God. And this material world is actually meant for people who want to try to be God. So on this planet we have 7 or 8 billion, whatever we have now, people who want to be God in some way. They are trying really hard to become God. And in the spiritual world, everyone knows Krishna is God and nobody is trying to be God. Then everyone knows, I'm servant of God. But in this place, everyone is trying to be God, to become God. And you will say, no, I'm trying to be, no. But you can see really practically. It's very, very simple to see. I remembered I was in Sankirtan, Romania, and there was a big panel, this big commercial on a flat, and it was like it says something. There's this in Romania. There's this handball player. She's really good. She's like they say it's she's on the level of she's like a Messi of handball. So she is really good. And they have this commercial. They have her and then 4 other people who work for this food store. They're this supermarket. It's a supermarket brand in Romania, and they have her and these 4, and then they say the big stories are built in team, and they said no small jobs, only essential jobs, you know. Like, and if you think of it, you know, you think, come on, this is really stupid. This Mataji, who is this famous handball player, she's like probably earning a lot of money, you know, like, and everywhere she goes, people are really respecting her. And this, and then they are telling you that to be a cashier for this supermarket is the same, you know, like, and they will really think of you the same, you know. That's why the cashier and the manager of this supermarket are paid the same, you know, like, come on, you know, like, obviously the cashier is paid a few €100, like, he's barely surviving, and if he goes, they will just like, we'll hire another one, we don't really care about you, you know. That's the actual attitude. And then the manager, you know, maybe they're earning a bit more, and you know, but they have this commercial, you know, this everyone is essential here in our company, and because people want to be important, you know, want to feel important, they're thinking, oh, I will go and be a cashier for this supermarket and become important. I mean, people are that stupid, you know. Come on, this is really unintelligent. But because people know how to use this way of becoming important, they know, you know, you are here to become God. I will teach you how to become God. Just work for us. And people do it. You can make people do many things if you convince them that you will become God. Come on, I will teach you. I will teach you. It's really amazing. We go on Sankirtan, and one of the tricks I learned recently, and for me it's really amazing, you know, like, is you have to tell people how nice they are. If you tell people how nice they are, you know, like, even if it's obviously not true, you know, like, they're just some common person, you know, they are instantly there. Oh, finally someone understood that I'm God. Finally, I have some worshippers in this world, you know, like, so they will stop and then they will do whatever you tell them to. I mean, I'm overdoing it, saying it a bit, but just a bit, you know, like, it's really true. Everyone wants to become God at some point. So, the devotees in Atlanta, they sometimes they stop people. They're like, "Oh my God, you look so amazing! How do they do it?" And if you see this from the outside, you will say, "Come on, man, you're really putting too much. I mean, he's just a common person." Yeah. That's how they are. But and if you look at it, you'll be like, come on, they can't believe that, you know. But they do. That's the funny thing, you know. Like, so anyway, and I mean, I'm trying softer versions, like we're stopping all the nice people today, and then I ask them something, and then I see, you know, you can see in their eyes, you know, they're like, ah, finally, huh? You realize I'm God, eh? Okay, yeah, let's do it. You're my friend. You're my worshipper. I will give you a benediction. What kind of benediction you want? Some donation for these books. Okay. You know, you did your worship, I give you benediction, no problem. So anyway, so it's really amazing. And there's this theory. I heard it in many ways that you are God. There's these guys who are saying, I mean, they don't have clear philosophy behind to explain how you're God. You know, like how come you're an incapable God, but they say you are God. And it's amazingly popular, really amazingly popular. And then Srila Prabhupada says in this purport that, okay, you are God. Okay, can you lift Govardhan Hill? No. Can you build a bridge over the ocean just by stones who are floating? No. Then maybe you are not God. So, and there's this nice story. I heard His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj tell it. They had one guy who came for the program, and he said he has this philosophy, I am God. So he said, yeah, you're just a rascal. And then he tried to philosophically prove to this guy, but he couldn't, you know, like he was too much godly, too godly. And then at the end of the program, this guy had to go to the toilet, you know. And Radhanath Maharaj closed the door of the toilet, he locked it, and he said, okay, we're not opening the toilet until you admit you're not God. So after some time, this guy really had to go, you know, like he was like, okay, I cannot control this. So, okay, I'm not God. Okay. Okay. So then he had to surrender, and he said, okay, I'm not God. Anyway, so that's the idea. People say they are God, but they have no capabilities. And if you, I'll script this part. And if you see the activities of God, you will see that this is really amazing. You know, like I was just. I didn't read Ramayana lately. I mean, there's this book from Krishna Dharma. It's really nice, and you can see Lord Ramachandra is really. It's really amazing, you know. He has really amazing pastimes, and then sometimes you would see something he's doing, and you're like, oh my God! It's completely like, oh my God! Like this is far out. this completely, I couldn't do that. So, for example, it's there's this part when he's exiled, and you have to think that it's the day of the coronation. On that day, you know, like he's gonna become a king, and everyone. It's a big festival. Everyone in the kingdom is happy. There's confetti, everything, like we do here, but in a whole kingdom is this whole party that, fine, yeah, everyone loves Lord Ramachandra. And Lord Ramachandra is dressed up, like getting dressed up, and he goes, his father wants to see him, and he's like, okay, last instructions before becoming a king. Okay. And he goes in, and his father says, oh, my son, actually, it's really hard for me to tell you, but I want you to go into exile for 14 years. And you can think how one of these, how someone would react in this position. You're gonna, especially a materialistic person. They work so hard to become a king. No, Lord Ramachandra didn't care so much about. I have to be successful. And on the day then you're gonna do it. Someone comes and you're like, yeah, we want you to go 14 years into exile. And what does the Lord Ramachandra do in this situation? He's showing complete detachment. He said, okay. And he just takes some tree bark and he goes. Like instantly, he doesn't say, oh yeah, let me pack, he said, finish, whatever. Like, tree bark, let's go. complete detachment, like this is amazing. I mean, it's like tomorrow. Now we're telling Bhaktayanas you have to go to the forest for 10 years. We have some monkeys there who are very spiritual, and you have to preach to them. So, good luck. So, probably he will find it a bit hard to do. But Lord Ramachandra, he was like, oh, no problem. Yeah, sure. Nice. So this is like Mahatma Prabhu would tell that Srila Prabhupada would sometimes send people like, okay, you stop here. This in Delhi when the train stopped, you were like, okay, you stop here, you and you start a temple. Come on, well, let's talk about it. Let's plan it. Let's no, you start a temple. Complete detachment, a complete surrender. And this is one. I mean, there's so many things you can say about Lord Ramachandra, so I'll just say a few things because it's like the whole story. It's so amazing. And then you have he's going to the forest, and Lakshman and Sita come with him, and Ravana comes and he kidnaps Sita. That's the whole story there. And then there's this very interesting character in Ramayana called Jatayu, and most of you know about him because he's really famous. Because apparently, from material perspective, he did something there was no point in doing it. Like, what's the use of doing this? But he's just. This is the example that you have to do your duty even if you're successful or not. It doesn't matter, like, just do your duty. And then these days I found interesting information which I didn't see before. Probably it's true that actually Jatayu did something useful, even from material perspective. And they say that when Ravana wanted to kidnap Sita, he went to an astrologer. Because even these great demons, they have some Vedic knowledge, like they are Vedic demons. they know. So he went to this astrologer, and he said, he consulted the chart. You have to kidnap Sita on this time, at this point, like this. But you have to finish the whole action by this time. Otherwise, it will be really big trouble. So this actually, when Jatayu stopped him, he didn't finish the action on time. It was past the muhurta, so he didn't finish the action on time, So actually, from this perspective, the kidnapping of Sita was not successful, according to this. So yeah, even from this is just a side issue, because even from this material perspective, Jatayu actually did something useful. It was useful. Anyway, of course, Lord Ramachandra doesn't. And but the most interesting, I'll just put some point on this. One of the interesting points for me is also that Lord Ramachandra is really expert in squeezing some devotion from you. I'll just explain this. Like, there's this, so when Sita is kidnapped, she makes this vow somehow that if in 1 year Lord Ramachandra will not come, then she will kill herself. So, I mean, officially, in theory, Lord Ramachandra doesn't know about it, but of course he knows. And what does Lord Ramachandra do? He just rushes and rescues Sita. No, no. You have to know that actually the whole operation lasted almost 1 year. It was just on the threshold. Like when you have. When you have this American movie and you're like the hero who comes exactly in last moment, like like with Rukmini, Rukmini, yeah. Yeah. So Rukmini was sending this letter and waiting for Krishna to come, and Krishna, he's coming last moment, like he doesn't come, on time, or okay, that everyone can relax. No, he comes last moment, just to squeeze some devotion, just to make. I'll explain later why he does this. It really makes you pray. Like you're really prayerful, like really. So Lord Ramachandra, after Sita is kidnapped, he wants to find Sita. Yeah, okay, you have to find Sita. And then he goes and he meets Sugriva. And Sugriva, he's not really a king, but he has a brother who is a king, and there's a very interesting story there. Maybe we'll skip it, but we'll keep some parts about this. But Sugriva is somehow he helps Sugriva to regain his kingdom. There's really interesting points there, but we'll skip it. And then Sugriva should, Ramachandra is, I've done my part of the deal, I helped you get the kingdom, so how about you do your thing, you have your monkeys, and maybe you help at least find Sita, So Sugriva is like, yes, and they have a big festival for the coronation, like a few days, 2 days, party, festival. And then they should go and find Sita, And then when they should go to find Sita, there's Chaturmasya. Oh my God, it's raining. How can you go and find Sita? No, you cannot. So then for 4 months, they are like, no. Now it's Chaturmasya. We have to wait, We have to wait. How can you do? And then after Chaturmasya is finished, there's no more rains. There's 1 week is passing by, 2 weeks are passing by, 3 weeks are passing by. I don't know exactly how much, but some time is passing by, and then Lord Ramachandra sends Lakshman to Sugriva. Sugriva, do you think the rains are finished? do you think you can maybe now go and find Sita? Sugriva is like, oh my God, oh yes, sorry, we were enjoying too much, we forgot we have a duty. Okay, I had some service also, okay, yes, doing. So Sugriva they start searching for Sita, and then they have different parties, and different parties are coming back, one party after another. They're like, oh no, we couldn't find it, we couldn't find her. And finally Hanuman finds her in there's one thing that is sometimes misunderstood, that Sugriva and the monkeys are not really monkeys, like they're called vanaras. They are not common monkeys. They are not stupid monkeys, like they are very, like they are these monkeys that can jump hundreds of kilometers, like before jumping to Lanka, they are thinking, oh, this devotee says, oh, I can jump 100 kilometers, and then the other says 150. Okay, I can do 150, and then like, oh, but it's 300. You have to do 300. Okay, then Hanuman remembers. That's also another story. Okay, I can jump. Okay, there, and no problem. And then he goes there and he uses some mystic powers to become very small, and he gets in this city of Lanka and finds Sita. And when he finds Sita, the easy way out of this story is to, you just put her on her back and jump back and finish, no? I mean, but then Sita, I think Sita said, oh, come on, I cannot touch another man than my husband. No, that's really. I mean, that's a topic in itself. You know, like the power of a woman is given by her chastity. So she's like, oh, I'm not gonna be saved if I have to touch another man. She's like, whoa, you know, we will be like, oh my God, this is really crazy, you know, like this is far out. But no, this is my duty completely. I have to do it, no problem. I don't want to be saved if. So then there's this war, and Lord Ramachandra saves her, and so that's just scroll through this. So you can see many times Krishna does this. You would think, okay, I come to Krishna consciousness, and it will all be nice, good life, you know. But Krishna doesn't want us to have a good life. He wants us to become dependent on him. So he really squeezes us, you know. Like he really wants us to become prayerful, like to really sincerely, honestly pray, you know, like he teaches us how to pray. And how does this he do that? He puts us in difficult situations. Really, yeah. Another interesting part is when the demigods say there's Hiranyakashipu, and everyone is in trouble because Hiranyakashipu is giving trouble to everyone. And the demigods go to Lord Brahma, and then they go to Lord Vishnu and pray, and then, you know, there's this demon, and he's causing a lot of problems, and the Lord Vishnu said, yes, I know. Wait, I will come. He doesn't say, okay, I come now and solve the problems. No, you go back and pray, and I will come, no problem. But he wants them to pray seriously, you know. Okay, continue praying. You're doing good. You're doing completely dependent on Krishna, you know. Like so he just squeezes them. So that's something we really need to learn, and Krishna will help us learn. One simple way to learn this is to go in Sankirtan, because I will explain maybe other time. Like this Ravana's party, they have all kinds of mystic weapons and this and that, you know, like they are really, and sometimes if you have this kind of weapons, you rely too much on them, you know. Like yesterday I was in train station, and I found this, we're stopping all the nice people today, and everyone was responding, and I was like, yeah, that's it, you know. And I stopped being, I started doing it mechanically, you know, like yeah, we're stopping all the nice people today, yeah, you're gonna stop, I know you're gonna stop, yeah. And then instantly, you know, like Krishna said, no, you have to learn how to pray. We like you when you're prayerful. So then he said, okay, and then nobody stopped, you know. I was just, we're stopping all the nice people today. Okay, you maybe, and they were like just not responding. And then I started, okay, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, please. Maybe I should not rely only on my mantras, but also become prayerful, you know, depend on Krishna. So then I started to depend a bit of Krishna. Okay, maybe you want to come also. Yeah, I mean, I have my mantras. It's really good mantras, but I need you also. If you could come. So yeah, then something happens, and it's always like this when you go for Sankirtan. Like Uddhava Mitra told me yesterday that we went to Jesenice, and Jesenice is known as bad city. You don't want to go there because you cannot distribute books there. So I mean, we have different strategies. So we just go to the supermarkets. Everyone is there. You know, like if you go to a city in the supermarket, they have to eat. So. So we just went to all the supermarkets, and initially, you try and nothing is happening, and then you become prayerful, like you pray, okay, Krishna, please help, and then people are really responding, like. So yeah, that's one of the ideas we can learn from this story of Lord Ramachandra, that it's Krishna will put us in interesting positions just so we depend on him. And we have to learn how to depend on him, and if we don't, he will help us. Okay, I'll stop here if there are some questions, concerns, comments. Yes! The questioner. Okay, it's gonna be hard. I'll try to survive this one.
It said in this purport today that people accept any common man as God. And we see in today's day and age that there are a lot of famous people, celebrities, football players, whatever, that are admired and appreciated and so on. But that's not really treating them as God, because if you ask those fans of them to surrender to what they say and to do what they say, they wouldn't actually do it. It's just that, okay, they over-appreciate them maybe too much, but is that really considering or accepting a person as God?
Yeah, there's some worship, like. But of course, it's not unalloyed worship.
Yeah, that was exactly my point.
Yeah, I mean, we also accept Krishna, but we don't do unalloyed service. We accept, like, faith is built in time and with some experiences. We always, I was talking to someone and he told me about I couldn't surrender to my guru, to a guru, to a person, and they're like, yeah, you don't have to surrender, like, hi, how are you? You have to surrender. This is not how it goes. This is, hi, how are you? And then there is a building of this faith, of this surrender. So you see, oh, okay, he can do this, he helped me in this situation, he helped me in this situation, he did that, and then it's gradual surrender. You can give some faith. But the problem with these stars, is that they are useless gods. So you cannot have unalloyed devotion for them because they are useless. They cannot help you with anything, So yeah, that's in this way, yeah, maybe.
I have a follow-up question.
I knew.
You said that this surrendering to a spiritual master comes in time. You get to know him and such.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask your opinion about devotees in ISKCON, surrendering to spiritual masters or accepting a spiritual master that they haven't even met. How is the relationship built and they already accept him?
I don't know. I mean, personally, I wouldn't recommend this. But first in ISKCON, first part is that we have to surrender to Srila Prabhupada. So this is the first part. So that's one part. I had here a lot of things that it's really important to read Srila Prabhupada's books. Like,
I don't refer to Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah. But so that's the first step in ISKCON. And then, so you have to read Srila Prabhupada's books, and even if you don't meet Srila Prabhupada books, Srila Prabhupada personally, you can surrender to him, to his book. Like, my experience was that I just started reading Bhagavad Gita, and I knew, it was not complete surrender, but I knew, like, he knows what he knows what he's doing. This is not some blah blah wishy-washy thing. So that's one thing, and then you have to choose someone who is a representative of Srila Prabhupada. That's our process. That you choose someone who represents Srila Prabhupada properly. Yeah, of course. I mean, you can be inspired by classes. You can be inspired by probably you hear his classes. You know, like kirtans. You know, like yeah. I mean, that's not really our process. Like if you do this disciple course, if you like his kirtan, that's not a criteria for accepting a guru. Anyway. I mean, you should accept someone as a guru by if you like his classes and if you understand that he's a good representative of Srila Prabhupada. That's the criteria in ISKCON, and you can do it by listening to his classes and see. But there's also this idea of you need some shiksha. And you have some, if you don't meet this person, then how are you gonna get some shiksha? That's the main problem with if you don't meet your spiritual master, how you surrender with some, because you're not gonna get any shiksha. You're not gonna get any instructions. You're not gonna. And how are you gonna follow his instructions if you don't know what they are?
Don't you get instructions through lectures?
Yeah, but you know, like this William Blake, you know, we both read the Bible day and night. I read black and you read white, you know, like you need you have some instruction that you hear in lecture, but it's really like Mahatma Prabhu was saying yesterday, we really filter things. We hear what we want to hear. So you also need some sort of mechanism, someone who will tell you that it's not like that. And this should be some spiritual master, Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru. Some spiritual masters who have a lot of disciples, they have some senior disciples who are doing this counseling. And I mean, for me, this is also okay.
Who are you accepting then? The spiritual master or his senior disciples who are counseling you?
You are accepting both, because if you accept, you accept like His Holiness Prahladānanda Maharaj always says, you don't accept just a Diksha Guru. You accept when you accept Srila Prabhupada, you accept also all his senior disciples who can teach you something. So it's not just initiating spiritual master is spiritual master, and these other people who are running around the temple who could teach me something, they're useless because they are not my spiritual masters. No, I mean, anyway, you should do this, you know, like you should see, okay, I want to do arati, you know, like I have to go to my spiritual master to learn how to do an arati, you know. No, I can see Devendra Prabhu. He knows a lot more than I know on this field, so I can go to him and take some shiksha. You know, like anyway, you have to accept some shiksha from someone else. You know, like it's part of being a bit humble. You know, like to see, okay, maybe this devotee is doing better than me in this field. You know, maybe I can ask him how he does it. Like, yeah, that's. I don't know if I answered the question, but okay, I survived today. Okay, something else? Okay, thank you so much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitya Gaura Premanand.